only love in the ladies' room. Is love in the room. Is love in the room. Well, if it in her loving tongue, baby, is love in the room. Don't whine on me here, lady. Is love in the room. If he wanna fight and stray, is love in the room. We playing with House Monday in the ladies' room. Don't worry, us. She's safe. You're giving topic to Aruna. Study your place. Your woman outside with cousin whole day. You can't see face. The story end up on ladies' room. You disappear without trace. Voila. If all she know is papi show and stress outside, is love in the room. If you wanna have to girl, take care, they bust the files. Well, if it's in her loving tongue, baby, is love in the room. Don't whine on me here, lady. Is love in the room. If he wanna fight and stray, is love in the room. We playing with House Monday in the ladies' room.
And we're back at it again on this Wednesday, April 9th. Good morning, everybody. Okay, no, man. Yeah, this had my thing on, and it just decided to run ahead. Anyways, we're back at it again. We're up and running, literally. Track and field action, and of course, that's where most of your attention is. But hey, we still got to cater for the rest. We couldn't give two hoots either way. Life moves on for them. So we're catering for that crew today, right? And the rest is going to come back next week. Yeah, they'll definitely be getting the, you know, when we do the roll call, yeah, we're going to be doing the skip over. We pretend we don't see them. Same way that they're pretending they don't see us, right? Right. Anyways, thank you so much to our friends at Beacon Insurance, Western Union, and not forgetting our friends at Nirvana Spa and Detox for making the show possible once again. Good morning to my viewers on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning to our listeners on radio 95.1, 95.3. So for those of you who are with me today, thank you so much. Jayla Board, good morning. Hey, Fatima, how are you doing? Desra, Shireen, I am doing well. Taking in the action, but still doing the work, you know. Got to do what we got to do. Morning, Jackie Chaiton. Morning, Rita. Diane, Jerome, good morning. Giad, Shante, good morning. I responded to your message, by the way. Morning, Nichelle. Shante, how you could be telling me that today is Wednesday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Anyways, morning, Marcus. Good morning again, Lisa. Della Fletcher, good morning. Thank you so much. Kadina, Sonia, Raymond Nelson. Sonia, your school ain't doing too bad at all? The gray and whites. Boca, I so miss here in secondary. Anyways, we'll get to that. Morning, Michelle. I am supporting St. Joseph's Convent, St. Andrew, red. Yeah, that's what I'm supporting. That's who I'm supporting. So, thank you so very much. Morning, Jenny. Yeah, that's who I am supporting. Red and red and white. I ain't too sure what's going on with themselves. They need to. I'm checking the page and I'm not seeing like whoever's in control of the page need to be doing more for didn't see started. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So we're not gonna stick today. We're gonna keep it day 2. All right. So I was looking for day 2 schedule of events. Okay, not that. Yeah. So yesterday we were off to a late start because of the weather, but they managed to, pick up nicely. And I'm sure it has changed by now, but the point standing at the end of day 1, St. David's Catholic School was, of course, in the girls leading, and the Grenada Boys Secondary School for the males, for the boys division. So we can expect to see some seesawing and some ups and downs and changes and what have you as the day progresses. And of course, we move into day 3 tomorrow, the final day. Gonna see a lot of changes. At the end of it, we're gonna have the winner. But yes, Sonia, so Boca Secondary School was in position 6 in the boys and 5 in the girls. So they're not doing too bad at all. St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, we were at number 6 yesterday. Oh, Boca Raton in front has to be. Anyways, so I'm sure there's gonna have changes because, of course, apart from the tracks, there's action happening on the field. Yeah, but I have a question though, and I'm looking at it today again on the screen. I remember going when we went to school. We had to be at the stadium. The only way we were excused is if we had a written letter from our parent or guardian stating, okay, so and so is the reason why my daughter can't attend the games, whether it's for financial reasons, whatever the case might be. But you had to bring a letter. But for the most part, it was you had to be at the stadium because they termed it a school day outside of the classroom. So it's like you were having a field, when you went on field trips back in the day, you're having a field trip at the stadium. So you had to be presented. But I can't help but noticing, like yesterday, I'm seeing more past pupils and more supporters at the stadium than children in actual uniform. So I guess they're all waiting for tomorrow, and then they're going to converge in the numbers at the stadium. But I don't know. It's like, it's just weird to me. Like, it wasn't left up to you to decide if you wanted to go or if you didn't want to go. Like I said, barring economical reasons, finances, your parents couldn't afford 3 days, and you had to present an excuse as to why. The stadium was filled all days with school children, and later on, sometimes the final day, you would see more of John Public in the stadium. But you're looking at, the bleachers, the concrete bleachers, and it's today I'm seeing a few students on it, but yesterday it was noticeably vacant. So I'm not sure what's the deal. Morning, Sharinzi. Good morning, Natasha. Morning. Hope you're good. Natasha Charles, big up yourself. Michelle Charles, Boca Secondary School. Yeah, they're getting Hillsborough Secondary and got my support. Okay. So I think that is something that needs to be seriously addressed. It shouldn't be left up because what's happening is they leave home and they're planning their little private whatever, whether on the beach, they're going here, going there, they're leaving home and changing clothes along the way or going by a friend and change because there are some parents who are more strict than others, so they're going to that friend's home, change, and they have their little plans and what have you. It was mandatory. As a matter of fact, we used to do roll call regardless. They would line up when you get to the school and they'll take your name off to show that you're present. And when they call the registry and then you boarded the bus. Did the same to board the bus to come back home. So I'm not sure what's going on. It's like everything's just changing, man. And I'm not sure I'm happy with these changes. It is a school day outside. Debbie Crony, you know what? It's too early for me and you to have anything. So I'm gonna ignore. I'm gonna ignore you. I'm gonna ignore you, seriously, because you just got back and you're already doing the most. So, moving on. Hopefully, we can have that changed um, next year. Why am I hearing myself again? What's going on here this morning? We can have that. Um, yeah, my finger knocked the thing. Yeah, so hopefully we can see some, maybe the school uh and teachers should accompany the kids. That's what happened back in the day. The teachers accompanied you. Each form teacher was responsible for different well, sometimes they rotated it, right? Because they you did the roll call based on your form and then you boarded the bus, but you had teachers accompanying you to make sure that everything is above board and you do what you're supposed to do and you where you're supposed to be. um Debbie, so how come you didn't tell me yesterday that you were going to the stadium today? All right, don't worry. Keep the same energy when I do the same thing. Watch me. Shireen says, God forbid something happens to her child because it chose to divert from going to the stadium. That's what I'm saying. Because, listen, children these days are miles ahead of their parents. They are quick on their feet. And they know how to literally run circles around their parents. So when your parents just reach on the 50-meter dash, they're already on the 100 and going around the bend. Morning, Andre Harry. So you have to be on top of it. So that is my concern. Not seeing many students yesterday and today. It's what, 11:13, and not seeing the stadium filled with students as yet. As like I said, I'm seeing more adults, more past pupils at the stadium than actual students. So it's Terrence, you're at the stadium. Okay. Yeah, so that is my concern. That is my gripe basically with this. And another one of my gripe, talking about adults, and I know my sinus is killing me this morning. Talking about adults and past pupils. I'm gonna take my music down for a minute. Don't tell me what I know and what I don't know. The point is, you did not say or to ask or tell me. That is the point. I don't know what you do and what you ain't doing. What you did last year, you ain't doing it this year. Time change and people change as well. So I wouldn't know what you're doing and how you're doing and who you're doing if you don't say. Don't try to make excuses. But we progress, as usual. We move. So I just want to talk to the past pupils and adults for a second, because I saw something that, was really, really distasteful. And it's like, I don't know if that's how that's the way we are with everything. It's politics with everything. We don't know how to separate emotions and boundaries. And, I love the bantering. I love the back and forth. I played the one with the GBSS pulling the long goat long rope for Magagot with sass, whatever. There's a lot going around that is funny. The banter in the back and forth, and who is grandpa and who on it's there. There's still something called boundaries, and I'm trying to understand because there should be a separation of adults and children, and we as adults supposed to know better. When you know better, you do better. I keep telling y'all, you are getting too caught up in this internet relevancy that you're seeking for 2 laughs, 2 likes, 2 kikis. You all are getting too caught up in it. It's not real life. That's so much so you throw all sense of any ounce of sense out the door, any ounce of empathy out the door. Y'all take everything and make a joke. Y'all don't even think about, okay, how would it affect the person on the receiving end of the joke? Everything is not a joke. Everything isn't meant to be. Even if you feel it or you think about it, you don't have to type it. So a young man yesterday, I'm not going to say the name of the school, but a young man yesterday practically said that he has asthma and it recently spread to his lungs. And there are adults under that line making fun of him for it. And if y'all don't see that as being messed up and sick, I don't know what to tell some of you. It's like your brain is on the left and, well, far left, like far, far, far. Like you used to say back in the day, cried down the road. Y'all don't know when to stop, what to take and make joke and what isn't. How are you gonna use somebody's illness or sickness and turn it into kicks and laughs because you're supporting one school? It is perfectly fine, but there must be boundaries. A child's health condition, I'm trying to understand which part of it is funny. Which part of it is funny? Like, I searched up, I searched down, I searched across, and I couldn't see nothing funny about it. Y'all are just taking it certain things too far. Y'all are just taking certain things too far, and it is not necessary. It is okay to support who you support. It is okay to do everything, your paraphernalia, your this, your that, your long rope for Magagot, your little memes, your little, it's okay. But what is not okay is someone saying that they're sick and some of you taking this and make joke. That is not sportsmanship. That is not what the games are about. It isn't win by any means necessary because somebody's sick. Okay, you see, no, we're going to win because, and we're going to rejoice because this person is out, they can't this, they can't that. So let's, take it and use it as some sort of beating stick. Y'all just take everything under the... Do y'all know what is asthma? I suffered with asthma as a child, and thank God I got to a state where it's manageable, where I don't have regular, but there are certain things you can't be around. Dust, paint, a lot of things triggers it. Grass, freshly cut, I'll start to wheeze, chest gets tight, and have to pull for your pump. People die from asthma when they have it really bad. You have to get ventilated, you have to go to the hospital, you're hooked up on drips and all different things. So it's not something to joke about. It's not like, okay, I have a cut or a bruise on my toe so I can't run, or I damaged my big toe so I can't run. It isn't something like that, so there's no need. It's like every single thing, and it's like it's contagious. You see it in politics, we see it in everyday life. We've just lost this empathy thing. We just, everything, as long as we're not directly affected, we couldn't give two hoots. It's just like whatever. We could do better. We are better than this. At the end of the day, may the best school win, but we don't have to stoop so low. We don't have to bounce that low in the name of victory. Celebrating victory and wishing some illness on somebody else, it's, I don't know. And we are talking about adults. It's adults that's doing it, not the student. The students are not there. The students are not on Facebook. We just don't understand the power of words. We just don't care anymore. As long as a key morning says disrespect in our culture as a people, the mere fact we speak on something every day, what does that say about us? Grown adults saying all sorts of nasty things about school children and people. I don't get it. It is nasty, tasteless, and on many levels we are broken bad. We are. I'm telling you, that was like the damper on my mood when I saw it. And I'm like, wow. We are attacking children now. All because you support red, blue, green, pink. You could support whoever you want to support. There's nothing wrong with that. But looking at some of the comments regarding these children, these are children, school children. These are not adults you are speaking about. These are not adults you are speaking about. We are talking about children. And it's like we forget that it's on social media. So for perchance they go back and look at the live stream to probably see how they did whatever, and they have to read some of the comments. That is why I keep saying, you know what? Stuff like that, you know what they need to stop doing? Stop having access to type. Just show the feed and lock off being able to type anything. All the comment section, lock it off. So you're just able to watch, keep your hand on your side, and say whatever you have to say to yourself. Because you see it every day under different lives. People just, like, we have this spirit of meanness that is just taking over. Like it's in the atmosphere. You inhale and it's in you. What happens if those children go back and look at those videos on YouTube and they see some of the comments? We could do better. Wall says, yes, a lot of people lack empathy also, unless it's not affecting them or their family, it's not taken seriously. Even the most serious things become a joke with no regard for the person's feelings. It's sad, especially because it's adult acting like this. Shireen says, even for adults, nothing should be said. Some people work so hard only to be teared down by others who can't do better. Yeah. Some have never even run a race in their life, never done nothing for their school. They just go to school and barely even live with a subject. But out here doing the most and saying the most about these students, these athletes. Wow, they're training hard, working hard. Only to have some of you trying to break them down and saying the most about them and how they look and how this and this is old man and this is old. Nah, man. There is joke and then there's joke. Yeah? There's joke and then there's joke. Akeem says year after year the same thing. Some of them never even played lime and spoon in school, but that has the most to say about school children partaking in national school events. It's not easy being an athlete, plenty hard work and trying to get them to where they are. Today some of us are so miserable, sour and disrespectful. That is just what it is about it. We just, like, disrespect is the norm, and it's almost like a competition to see who could be the most disrespectful. Even saw some talking about, you know, these young men and referring to certain parts of their bodies, and I'm like, what is wrong with you all? Like, seriously. Like, grown women. How are you watching sports and that is something that you even see? Me can't see that because who even watching these little boys? Like, all you do, you watch it to see who win the race. And basically that's it. Like, some of you don't know how to just walk into something, sit down quietly, don't say nothing, don't touch nothing. Even making mention of how they look, what they're wearing, and how they... Y'all just... Nah. We are doing the most, and in the words of Kenroy Batiste, it is not necessary. Speaking of which, I really miss Kenroy at the games. I miss here in St. David's Catholic Secondary. I really, really miss Kenroy, you know, but did put out a notice saying that he would not be doing the intercall games. I don't know why, who, what, but wish him well in his journeys and choices and what have you, and hopefully we'll have him back. He has become a fixture, like the voice of Intercall, you know? And his pronunciation and his commanding voice really draws you in and makes you pay attention, even though you don't want to, you can't help. And then when he comes in with the secondary, you know, it really, really sounded like, I mean, it's not the way everybody would pronounce it, but that was his little flair, his little way of, you know, his little spin on it. So I really, really miss hearing his voice. I really, really miss hearing his voice. Gabby says no home training. Well, home training, inside training, outside training. I ain't even think you need training to know that certain things you don't say. I ain't even sure you need that. Saw the one where GBN was highlighting the winners, stating they will be financially rewarded in the end. The comments under it is so sick. I checked 2 of the profiles of the said commenter. They just joke, no contribution to society. I'm telling you. These are people you can't even waste your time and energy on, because they ain't even wasting time and energy on their own selves. So it's a waste of time you trying to waste time and energy on them. Because even if you sit and bray and moo till the cows come home, they would not get what you're trying to explain to them. You know, there's some people who are always so rigid in their convictions that no matter what you tell them, even if they know, they will never admit that they're wrong or accept responsibility. They will try to defend it. And in their eyes, they have not done, no matter how many people say to them, listen, nah, don't. They will try to defend. They never see what they're doing as wrong and never accept responsibility. Janelle says, my son is an athlete and they have to put in so much work. You have to get up early, eating right, and go into the gym, also practicing when to go slow and when to go fast. And on top of that, they also have their studies. They also have their schoolwork. They're not just going to school to be an athlete. They're also a student. So it's like a balancing act. Plus they have their home life to deal with. So it's a lot for them. So the most we can do is to support. That's all. Jihad says it's extremely disturbing and disgusting to see grown women commenting on the physique of these young male athletes. I'm telling you. I saw a couple of them and I'm like, man, I just slide. You know, you could just slide out the comments away. Because I'm like, wow. We seriously need to start turning off comments, the ability to comment. I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes the comment makes it even more interesting. It makes it more fun. But if we're not doing, you know, the disrespecting and the other things, it's fun. And what the thing about it is, there could be hundreds of people on a live, and they seem to like dominate the live. So no matter how you try to like block them out, you can't, because every minute they just keep on typing, and then they'll probably get some reactions. People would laugh, people would like it, they'll heart it, whatever the case might be, and that is like fuel to them. Somebody probably will comment under their comment, and it starts a thread. That is like fuel to them. So when they're like, yes, so now it's like, okay, yeah, boy, I get a little forward. I get a little recognition. So is like open house now. Let me just do the most right now. Ricky, great is the GBSS to everyone. Have a great day. Student athletes have a lot on their plate. They're training early, 5:36 in the morning, attending school like normal. Oh, great. Move it to great in the GBSS. At some point, they'll be forced to turn the comments off, especially when kids are involved. I don't, and that is the thing we don't use here. We don't use our discretion. We don't use our discretion at all. Like I said, even though you're thinking something, doesn't mean you have to actually do it. It is not necessary. It's not necessary at all. Gabby says some people lack education, and it shows. You can only clearly see from the comments the one's educational level. It is disgusting. It is really, really disgusting. So today and tomorrow, of course, it's going to intensify. It's going to be keen rivalry. It's going to be keen competition between all the schools. Everybody wants to come out victorious. There can only be one champion at the end of the day. Well, 2 females at the end of the day. And the best we can do is to continue to support them, continue to push them, continue to cheer them on, and be positive at least, even though you may not support. Why these things keep coming off every time I touch it? Yeah, so even though you may not support, you're a fan of you're a supporter of the you're a supporter of the GBSS, or you're a supporter of SAS, or you're a supporter of Anglican High School, St. David's Catholic Secondary, Boca Secondary, whoever you're supporting, it doesn't matter. You're free to support whoever you want to support. But my thing is, let's just put some respect on it. These are children we are talking about. These are students. These are young men and women that we are speaking and referring to in some derogatory names. Let's not do it. Let common sense rule, not your fingers. Yeah? And the champion will be the great junior. Whoever the champion is. Whoever the champion is. All the best to the students. All the best to the athletes. Whoever comes out victorious is because they earned it. Remember, it's also field events, not only track. We have high jump, long jump, shot put, javelin, and all different things taking place on the field as well. So let's also keep those in our prayers and our thoughts, and support, the field events. I know a lot of times we are caught up in the track. It's like the track is the only thing happening, but the field events are also happening, and they are doing great there as well. Records are being broken, records are being broken, and I'm sure we'll see a couple more being broken before the games are over. So, like I said, I'm not gonna keep you guys long as we usually do, but I just wanted to highlight that. So Bishop's College, Hillsborough Secondary, all the different schools, GVSS all the way to victory. Just the fact that the kids are going to run is around, because some of us can't even run a 20-meter dash. I'm telling you. So, like I said, let's just be a little bit more mindful. All right? You may think it, but you don't necessarily have to post it. Yeah? So, I bid you guys adieu for now, and we shall reconvene at 11 a.m. in the forenoon tomorrow. Thank you so much, Western Union, Beacon Insurance, and Nirvana. And for those of you who took the time out to come check in with me in the room, I truly, truly appreciate you, and hope to see you guys tomorrow once again. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.